Okay, so moving on to another example. So, ganun pa rin. Let's determine the reaction at the supports of this given beam. Okay, ayaw mag-zoom. Ayun. Okay, so we have this given beam that carries a uniformly distributed load and a varying load. So, two types of load distribution yung na-encounter natin dito. So, we have varying load dito, starting at 0 to an intensity of 21.9 kilonewton per meter at this point. And another one, which is a decreasing varying load from 21.9, bababa siya ng 0 kilonewton per meter. Okay, so again, ginagawa natin sa problem na to is first we determine yung mga equivalent concentrated forces dito. Okay, so we have 21.9. So to determine the equivalent concentrated force, we just get the area. Okay, tawagin natin itong so the area of this part that is a triangle, so that is 1/2 21.9 times 3 meters. Okay, it is distributed over 3 meters, so that is equals to 0.5 times 21.9 times 3. So, gawa na din ako ng free body diagram sa ilalim. So, dito we have a pin. So, meron kang vertical reaction and a horizontal reaction. And a horizontal reaction. And then let's compute this one. So lipat ko lang. So again, that is 1/2 21.9 times 3. That is equals to 32.85 kilonewtons. So let's place the 32.85 kilonewtons here. So again, this is our free body diagram. And then another one is meron tayong uniformly distributed. So kunin natin yung area nun, and alam natin nasa gitna yun ng distribution. So nasa gitna ng 9. So area of the distribution, yung rectangular part, that is 21.9 times 9 meters. So it's 21.9 times 9 meters. That is 197.1 kilonewton. So that is 197.1 kilonewton. Bigay ko lang sa ating free body diagram. And then lastly, meron tayong distributed load varying doon sa dulo. So again, this is triangular. So get natin yung area. So the area is 1/2 21.9 times 3. $32.85 kilonewtons. That. So, pwesto natin siya sa ilalim sa ating free body diagram. Okay, so check natin yung mga distances nila. So, from point A hanggang dito, yung distance na yan. So, paano natin malalaman yung distance na yan? So, alam natin na yung hati is 2/3, 1/3. Okay? So, lagi 2/3 galing dun sa part na lowest intensity or lowest height ng ating triangle, and then from the highest, that is 1/3. So, lagi dun sa mataas, 1/3. So, kung 2/3, so 2/3 of 3, that is 2 meters. And this one is 1 meter. Ito naman, ganun din siya. Since equivalent lang naman yung length nila. So, again, yung 2/3 manggagaling dun sa lowest point ng triangle. So, 1/3 of 3 is 1 meter. And 2/3 of 3, I mean, 2/3 of 3 is 2 meters, and 1/3 of 3 is 1 meter. So, this is 2/3 of 3 meters. This one is 1/3 of 3 meters. And then, alam natin sa triangle, sa rectangle, I mean, kalahati lang. So, that is 4.5 meters. So, i-transfer ko lahat yan sa ating free body diagram. So, from point A hanggang dun sa 32.85 kilonewton. That is 2 meters. And then from 32.85 hanggang dun sa 197.1, that is 1 meter na siya doon, plus 4.5. So that is 5.5 meters. Okay? So from 197.1 hanggang doon sa 32.85 dun sa other side ng ating free body diagram. So that is 4.5 plus 1 pa rin. So that is 5.5 meters. And then, yan. So, let me clean this up na since na-transfer ko na sa free body diagram natin. And then at this point, sa roller, we have another support. And it is a roller support. And again, a roller support is always perpendicular doon sa surface. Okay? So that is one reaction force will be produced by the roller. So this is RB. And na-delete ko na, pero that is, alam natin, this is 2 meters. 2 meters to. And this is 1 meter. Okay? So, this one hanggang sa B is 2 meters. Ayan. So, and then we solve since na-simplify na natin by doing a free body diagram, let's solve either summation moments, summation forces X, or summation Fy. As you can see, wala na namang horizontal forces. So, automatic, si RAH is 0. Okay? So we have 32.5. So I will take summation moment at point A na lang. Taking clockwise positive. So mawawala sa ating equation is si RAV. Ang magkakaroon sa equation is si RB. RB will rotate the beam, no, if you will hold the roller at point A and follow the direction of RB. So magro-rotate siya in a counterclockwise manner, so that is negative RB, and yung distance niya papunta doon sa A, no, that is total distance is 9 plus 3 plus 3, that is 15 meters. And then, okay, so next, si 32.85 na to. So that is clockwise siya about A. So that is positive. 32.85 times 2 meters. Si 197.1, since pababa din siya, that is clockwise then. 197.1 times 7.5 meters. And then lastly, itong 32.85 na to. So that is plus 32.85 times, that is 9 plus 3, that is 12. Ay, hindi. 5.5 times 2 plus 2. So that is 5.5 plus 5.5 plus 2, that is 13. So 13 meters. And then we equate that to 0. So, zoom out a bit. So we transpose RB. Okay, so magiging positive siya if tinranspose natin si RB. And para mawala yung 15 meter na kasama ni RB, we divide both sides of the equation by 15. So ito yung magiging tsura niya. So we divide both sides by 15. So RB is equals to okay, so kinakalculate ko lang. So that is 131.4. Okay. Kilonewtons. So we have, nakuha natin is positive, ibig sabihin tama lang yung assumption ko na yung direction ni RB is upwards. Again, kapag nakuha mo negative, ang ibig sabihin lang nun, you must draw the opposite direction. No? Mali ka lang ng assumption nung una. Okay, so next, so the simplest solution. So mga last part, pinapakita ko siya in two ways, no? May first alternative and second alternative. So gawin ko na lang yung simplest dito sa problem na to. And you can check if pares yung makuha mo using summation moment at B. Okay? So, titignan ko lang mga vertical forces. So, yung unknown ko na lang is RAV, no? And then plus RB minus 32.85 minus 197.1 minus 32.85. Equate that to 0 and substitute natin yung RB dito. So that is RAV plus 131.4 minus 32.85 minus 197.1 minus 32.85 equals to 0. So we need to transpose all of this on the other side of the equation. So pag transpose natin sila, magbabago yung sign. So pagtan lang natin. So maiwan si RAV dito. Okay, so that is equals. So ito magiging negative. This magiging positive, positive, positive. And then, ayan. So na-transpose na natin sila. So RAV is equals to, complete lang, so 131.4 kilonewton. So it turns out to be positive. Okay, so ibig sabihin tama yung assumption ko na yung direction na inassume ko, which is pataas siya nung una.